My talk concerns John 4:23. The hour is coming, and it's now, when the worshipers will worship the Father with spirit and truth. For indeed, the Father is looking for ones like these to worship him this way. Now, what does spirit and truth mean? Jesus didn't mean some spirit animated form of worship running around the streets. Jesus meant the Holy Spirit guiding our understanding of the scriptures. And truth being the accurate knowledge of the Bible. So spirit and truth is the Holy Spirit and the accurate knowledge of the Bible. Now, for centuries, the Jews viewed the magnificent temple in Jerusalem as the center of their worship. They journeyed there from all over 3 times a year to make sacrifices to their God Jehovah. But Jesus said at this time even that this would change and that we would worship in spirit and truth. Jesus was explaining that Christians would not worship in buildings, on mountains, sacred temples, formal locations, as they did at the time of the Jews. And in his conversation with the Samaritan woman, Jesus also said that the hour for this change in God's worship was coming, and coming soon. Jesus knew that his sacrifice, his sacrificial death, in his sacrificial death, he held the power to end the Jewish system of worship, which at the time was in the hands based on the law of Moses. Let us turn in our Bibles at this time to Romans, the 10th chapter, and we'll read verse 4. The 10th chapter of Romans, verse 4, and it says, "For Christ is the end of the law, so that everyone exercising faith may have righteousness." Everyone exercising faith. Yes, Jesus was saying that the hour is now that we would worship in spirit and truth, in the Holy Spirit and the accurate knowledge of the Bible. For God is a spirit, and true worshipers worship with spirit and truth. Let us turn back again to our Bibles, this time to John, the 4th chapter. Read verse 24. John, the 4th chapter, verse 24. And it says, "God is a spirit, and those worshiping him must worship with spirit and truth." Now, as I said before, rather than go to a special place, rather than go to a special temple, we are acceptable to God if we conform to the Bible as guided by the Holy Spirit. With the Holy Spirit and the accurate knowledge of the truth, we can worship anywhere. We can worship door to door. We can worship house to house. We're not held down by a temple. We're not held down any longer by sacrifices. As in John 4:23, we worship in spirit and truth.
Brother, man, you're all of us in attendance tonight.